Oh, they're my headphones. No, the ones you had on right now. When you were trying to test it.
Oh, why did you have those headphones? Why did he give you those?
Because, he's like, look, it has a mic and a pack and everything.
For work?
No, for us.
Oh, no.
Like, no, dude, we're not fucking doing that.
Sorry.
All right. I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Media Mixtape podcast. I'm your boy, Obi Jack, sitting next to me, my brother Josh G, and welcome back to another episode. We're excited for this one. We had an eventful week this week. The NFL draft happened, and we did the first round live. So if you are on the channel now, go ahead and go to our live section, and that should be up there. Go check that out if you're interested in sports.
Yeah, if you're a sports fan, you want to see our reactions to every pick of the first round in the NFL draft. It was a pretty entertaining first round. But yeah, man, go check that out for sure.
Yeah, if you're a sports fan, go check that out. As you can tell by the title, we're going to be reviewing Future's album.
I knew you were going to forget it.
I always do it, bro.
I knew you were going to forget it. It is called I Never Liked You. Future's new album, I Never Liked You, has some very interesting features. Now, Jake and I have talked about this before with certain artists. It's like I wasn't ecstatic about hearing a Future album because as good of an artist as Future is, he's a legend. People love him. He's great. But I don't know if he's an artist that I love listening to full albums of. So I was a little bit nervous going into it. But hey, who knows how we felt about the album. Maybe we really liked it. I think it had some interesting features that I didn't really expect. Yeah. Interesting vibes on the album as well that I didn't really expect all the way through. So some interesting stuff to talk about in Future's album. We will talk about that later in the episode. But how was your week, Jake?
It was good. We do have a new mixer. I just want to say if there are audio issues or if...
Yeah, there shouldn't be. This is very expensive.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any audio issues, but we're still learning kind of
how to use this new mixer. So yeah, if you have any issues or hear any issues or hear some kind of random soundboard effect that I kind of might push at some point in the episode because I'm tempted to take advantage of it.
Right.
That's what that's coming from. So
yeah. So just an FYI, week was good. Draft was interesting.
Yeah,
for sure. But same old work. And the draft was the main point of the week. So I was excited for that. Obviously, super hectic trying to get all that stuff set up.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get back to going to the movie theater. I was talking to Jake right now. There are some good movies out there right now. I heard that movie with Mark Wahlberg, which I got to look it up to see what it's called.
I don't even know which one you're talking about.
Bro, it's called Father Stew. It's Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, okay,
and
I've seen the trailer for that one.
That looks it looks really good. And I had a buddy of mine said it's really good. Right now, for some reason, they're not showing me the actual...
He's like a criminal, right? And
when an injury ends his amateur boxing career, Stuart Long moves to Los Angeles to find money and fame. While scraping by as a supermarket clerk, he meets Carmen, a Sunday school teacher who seems immune to his bad boy charm. Determined to win her over, his longtime agnostic starts going to church... the longtime agnostic. Starts going to church to impress her. However, a motorcycle accident leaves him wondering if he can use his second chance to help others, leading to a surprising realization that he's meant to be a Catholic priest.
I think, and whatchamacallit, it's a real story. It's based on a true story, I think. So I have seen that. I was like,
I think so. Iffy too. My buddy said it almost brought him to tears. So interesting for me. 45% of Rotten Tomatoes, and I also don't trust my homie's opinion that much. So that's part of it. The audience scored 94% though. I mean, that's really good. And we always talk about this.
Yeah, we've talked about it before.
With critics, they can be a little more harsh than audiences. So, hey, that's very interesting out there. Sonic 2 is out there, bro. How are we not watching that? Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is out. Fantastic Beasts is out there. The Secrets of Dumbledore. That seems very interesting. Right? To me, younger version.
I haven't seen the first one, so I can't.
Fantastic Beasts? Or are you saying?
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts is the first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the second movie.
But it's all part of the world of Harry Potter.
Harry Potter stuff, yeah. But that's the Dumbledore story.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which is the movie starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Super interesting. We gotta check that out.
I do want to see that one.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that one's supposed to be really good.
Okay, it has
a lot
to be
of people
wrong, are 87% audience score, but an 87% critic score.
Yeah,
244 reviews.
Yeah. So I heard that one is really good. It's Nicolas Cage totally being totally in on the joke
Yeah.
of the movie and it being super fun. So
Yeah, really want to check it out.
I do want to check that one out.
Cage.
There's that other one too. Everything, everywhere, all at once or something like that. Or it's that, I don't know. It's some weird, artsy movie, I think. But I do want to check it out. Everybody's been talking about it.
Is it going to be one of those probably Oscar nominating?
I don't know if you've seen the previews on TikTok. I always fucking bring up TikTok. You never know. But
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah.
82%, 97% of Rotten Tomatoes.
It's the commercial is
91% audience score.
It's on TikTok. It's a bagel, and it's a black bagel that's like spinning, and there's this girl singing "Sucked into a Bagel."
No, I have not
never
seen that.
it?
No, I have not seen that.
Yeah,
I actually haven't been on TikTok recently too much. Right now, the screenshot of the trailer is a girl with a googly eye on her forehead.
it's one of those ones of like it's probably super random.
When an interdimensional rupture unravels reality, an unlikely hero must channel her newfound powers to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers from the universe as the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Wow. Sounds super interesting.
And so people have been talking about it. People have been saying it's super interesting. So we do need to check those out, but we'll see. Well, I'm going to definitely see the Nicolas Cage movies at some point, and I want to see that Everything Everywhere movie as well. So we will probably maybe do short, like if we see them this week, we'll do short reviews next week.
Yeah, Jake and I typically like to watch the movie like right the weekend it comes out, but there's so many good movies and we've been so busy. Maybe we'll check it out and watch some of those movies and maybe do some quick little small reviews. Maybe we'll assign them. Like you take a movie, I'll take a movie, and we'll.
I know you really want to do the Nicolas Cage one, so
I do, but I also want to watch Father Stew, which maybe I'll just watch. Maybe I'll just watch both,
bro.
I got more time on my hands than you do.
Why not both? Little girlfriend.
Exactly.
Also, Jack Harlow will be coming out next week.
Yeah, I'm hearing Jack Harlow's coming out next week. Also, isn't
Doctor Strange
in 10
is
days
also out next week?
Yes, Doctor Strange and Jack Harlow, but also the Kendrick album is dropping the 7th.
Yes, which is also this weekend.
I mean, damn.
So we're gonna have a jam-packed episode next week because we're definitely listening to all that, watching all that. So
I'm trying.
Hopefully, yeah. So we might just be review heavy all next week. So definitely look out for that. But I'm gonna get into some movie and music news. Starting off actually with the Jack Harlow album. I wanted to get your, how are you feeling? Jack Harlow is one of your favorite artists.
Yeah. Jack Harlow is a top artist of mine. I've been listening to him for a couple years. His last album was pretty good. It definitely didn't I'm not going to say it didn't age well. It just was like one of those albums that I haven't necessarily gone back to a lot necessarily in the last few months. So, I'm still excited. I mean, I'm a big Jack Harlow fan, so I'm still excited to see what he's going to come out with.
Right.
I just, so far from what we've heard from the album, I'm not super ecstatic on what we're hearing, right?
I mean,
with the
you just heard
Glamorous song.
the Glamorous one, right? That's it.
Glamorous and the Nail Tech. And I haven't been a fan of either, really. Too much.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Nail Tech was cool.
Cool.
I mean, I thought they were both cool. Whatever, but...
And honestly, I haven't sat and actually listened to Nail Tech.
It's funny, I was talking to Matt, and Matt was like...
Our barber.
Yeah, and he was like, are you pissed that you have to listen to the Jack Harlow album? I'm like, I don't hate him. I just think he's cool. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't hate Jack Harlow.
No, I'm excited. I think it'll be a pretty good project. And I actually heard a little bit of a leak as well that Drake is going to make an appearance on this album, which makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, they were kicking it a lot, so you would assume.
They were kicking it a lot. Jack seems to have a Drake-ish vibe when it comes to his music at times. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. How do you feel? We should ask how you feel, because, of course, I'm excited. I'm a Jack Harlow fan.
First, I want to stick on the Drake thing first. Karina's been watching Degrassi again, over.
I want to. I have a Roku TV.
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
Is it though?
I have
Roku. Dude, I have a Roku TV. Okay, I'll turn TV on. Okay. My dog's home alone a lot, so when she's home alone, I turn TV on because I don't want my dog to be in silence in the house, right?
Okay.
So I have TV on so she has sound, and Degrassi will be on, bro, and I'll be leaving the house, Degrassi's on, and I'll sit and be I'll end up leaving half an hour later than I wanted to because I'm watching a fucking Degrassi episode.
This is what I want to say. It is interesting. It's an interesting show, but the acting is pretty bad, and
True. I mean, it's Canada, bro.
There's stuff that happens, and I'll ask Karina, do they just gloss over that? They don't go over it again? Something crazy will happen, and the next episode, everybody's just normal.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, like Drake got shot, and then they're chilling.
The next episode's wow, that was crazy.
You okay?
Yeah.
Hey, why are you in school right now? No, I don't know if that actually happened, by the way, the episode after Drake's character gets shot. But, no, I think, hot take here. Hot take coming to the table.
Okay.
It's basically Euphoria, just not as intense.
Dude, okay, so Karina was like, Manny was, she said, Manny walked so that Maddie could run. Cause like there was an episode where like she's like wants to be sexy, so she like dresses in like what Maddie, right? That's her name.
I don't know her name. I don't know.
She dresses.
Oh, you're talking about
in Euphoria. So Manny is the Filipino girl in Degrassi. And
Rue? You're talking about Rue?
No, Maddie is the
Maddie
is the Latina girl in Euphoria.
Yeah, it's Maddie.
So yeah, that's what Karina was saying. Like, oh yeah, she Manny walked so that Maddie could
Maddie?
run.
Is Maddie her
I
name?
think it's Maddie.
In Euphoria?
No, isn't it?
Or is Maddie the blonde one? I don't know. I don't watch Euphoria.
No, I watched it, but I haven't watched it in a minute. So
No, but yeah, I was joking, but like at the same time, like I don't know, man. It's basically
it totally is.
Because what the premise of the show is like trying to demonstrate like middle school and high school drama.
Bro,
to an extent.
Where we're at right now, there was a gonorrhea outbreak in the high school
in
Degrassi. Yes,
yeah. So it's like,
and Jimmy got shot.
It's the worst of high school, middle school stories.
Yeah.
In Degrassi. But same thing with Euphoria. Yeah, but Euphoria is even worse. Right? The horrible situations.
Every bad situation that happens across America in high school,
they all put into one school.
Yeah.
That's what Degrassi was.
I kept saying, what is this? What is the city, bro?
Yeah,
This is the fucking wildest.
What school is this? Yeah. I'm taking my kid out immediately.
Everybody's hiding some shit. Everybody's doing some type of drug.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's funny. So we've been watching that. So,
but you sit there and like 10 minutes in, you're like, what's happening?
I'm like,
next
yeah. Last night we were watching it, and I'm like trying to go to sleep because she puts on the TV as we go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, fuck, I gotta watch this fucking 5 minutes. I want to see what happens next.
Yeah.
So I just think it's hilarious. So,
my girl's been watching a show, and I'm kind of into it now. It's on Netflix. It's with the girl from. It's two women actually are in the show from Orange Is the New Black. Show
is it a spin-off show?
Orange is no. Let me see if I can find the actor first and then go through that way. But basically, it's a show where these two people, they die every day. And every day they wake up, they relive the same day. And they die at the end of their day pretty much every fucking day, every time. Right. They die a different way. And so at first, they don't realize it, but then eventually they realize that they're both in purgatory together. Basically,
okay.
So their souls kind of move on. They keep reliving the same day over and over again. Then they know each other, and they're kind of complete opposites. The guy is like he has like mental health issues and like depression and anxiety. And then he just got dumped by his girlfriend, found out she's cheating on him,
right?
And like he's having the worst night of his life. And then like
a show or a movie?
It's a show. And the other girl, the girl from Orange Is the New Black, she's like this badass New York kind of chick, smoking weed, like it's her birthday party. Right. She dies that night, but she's kind of like, going through some issues too in her own life. So they like come together and they find out, oh shit, like we're connected somehow.
Right.
And then they just go back and try to keep reliving the day and trying to figure out why are they connected? Why are they going through this? How can they try to get each other out of purgatory, basically, and how they're.
And it's a show. I have not heard of that at all.
Recipe. Yeah, dude, I haven't heard of it either. My girl was just watching it, and then I was like, oh my God, like this is actually pretty good. As I was watching, I'm trying to see if I can find
what girl is it from?
The orange hair girl.
The orange hair girl.
Orange hair girl?
I didn't even watch Orange Is the New Black, so I can't even act like I know.
Why can't I just go to cast? Why does it take so long? But yeah, it's a good show, man. Check it out.
Yeah, I haven't even opened up.
Natasha Lyonne.
That's the actress?
Yes.
Okay, but what's the show?
Natasha Lyonne, and she's in Russian Doll. That's the show. Russian Doll.
I've not heard of it.
Let's look at the premise real quick. Emmy-nominated actress Natasha Lyonne stars in a comedy drama series as Nadia, as a young woman who is on a journey to be the guest of honor at a party in New York City, but she gets caught in a mysterious loop as she repeatedly attends the same event and dies at the end of the night each time, only to awaken the next day unharmed as if nothing had happened. In addition, starring Leon Cora, whatever, they go through the whole thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sounds interesting. I'll check it out.
Super interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's a new show for me and Karina to get into.
Shout out to that show.
But speaking on the Jack album, I am mid on it, as always.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be cool. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like most of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to like the Drake tracks.
Jake and I have an idea. I pitched this idea. Maybe we do this little like series on our reaction channel called "Let Me Put You On."
Yeah.
And so my pitch is this: I play Jake or Jake plays me a song that like the other likes. So like I really enjoy some Jack Harlow, so I go back to early Jack Harlow and say, look, this is what kind of put me on Jack Harlow. Let me try to put Jake on to Jack Harlow as well. Obviously, like, Jake's cool about Jack Harlow, but I want to show him why I like him so much.
Yeah.
And then maybe Jake will react to some early
It's just
Jack
a
Harlow
segment for Josh
tracks,
to try and get me to like Jack
early
Harlow.
Nav tracks. That's my plan. And then Jake
Like
could do the
Jack
vice
and
versa. Like, give me some Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
Which is a weird band Jake likes.
It's not a weird band.
Weird
it's a great band.
Australian band.
Australian, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so
it's a new idea we have. So subscribe to our Media Mixtape Reaction channel. We'll see if we'll get that going. Anyways.
So yeah, I'm kind of mid on the Jack album. Obviously, I'm gonna like the Drake stuff, but I think I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
Like I just how I am with Jack. I like his stuff. I just don't think it's like the best music ever.
Yeah, I haven't honestly like his last album. I haven't really like gone back to it. I've gone back to it, but I haven't like bumped it all day every day. I actually bumped a little bit more of old Jack stuff still. So yeah, you know. I'm not anticipating to be in love with this album, but I'm excited for it.
So we'll see. We're gonna get into it next week. So definitely subscribe and check out for that. So
let us know what you guys are expecting, by the way, from Kendrick's album. I'm very curious about how people are feeling about that one. How do you feel about it? I'm worried.
I have been disappointed in his past 2 albums.
What?
2 albums.
To Pimp Butterfly and Damn.
To Pimp Butterfly and Damn.
Which Damn was good,
Damn.
though.
I like Damn. But it was kind of mid.
Many theories and suspicions.
It was kind of mid.
Fire song.
I think, obviously, I think Good Kid, Mad City is his best work today.
Obviously.
If it comes on, I
don't think anyone should argue that.
Yeah. Well, people, everybody, and that's what I don't like, is I think everybody's just kind of like, because To Pimp a Butterfly was like different and he was like trying like jazzy, kind of like new stuff, people go, yeah, like that was the best. And it's like, how many times you go back to Pimp a Butterfly?
I'm just a little bit nervous about this new one because it's like, is he going to be on the top of the morning vibe? Is he going to be on the top of the morning vibe? Because if he is, then I know I'm not going to like a couple of these tracks already. Or is he going to be on, just spitting his arm? Like, obviously, Family Ties was pretty good. His verse with Family Ties was pretty good. Yeah. Still kind of weird, though. That's the biggest thing. Is like, I like the Family Ties verse. I think it's a hard song. And the verse is fire.
Yeah.
But amazing, brother. Pop off on an occasion. Like, that was fire, but it was risky. You know what I mean? It could have definitely not went well. It did go well, but it could have not. So he's going to try a bunch of things like that where it's like top of the morning, like, ooh, that shit did not work. Or was he just on some top of the morning shit because it was Baby Keem?
I think that's what it is. He
goes, that whole part was fucking weird.
That's his cousin, and he's like,
what do you want me to do?
I'm going to be on your vibe.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? And maybe Keem wrote that shit up.
Because Keem
can get weird, yeah.
So I think
like
that's
some ad libs where he's like, Kendrick's like, get me that bitch. That song,
yeah.
And then like, it's a
so that's my thing. I think he was in Keem's like world, and he's like, I'm gonna just do what Keem does.
Mm-hmm. So I think Keem does that much though. I listen to a decent amount of Keem. He doesn't go that wild.
No. But he says some wild ass shit.
Kendrick, he does.
What the fuck is that metaphor?
But I think Kendrick might have like.
No. I think it's like Kendrick being like. He goes off into like a weird zone, so I'm gonna go off into like a weird zone.
On that song specifically, I think they were both like, let's fuck around. We're cousins. Yeah. Let's have a good time.
And it goes though.
But I'm nervous. I'm nervous about.
I think it's gonna be good music. I don't know if I'm gonna be like, yeah, Kendrick is back to Good Kid.
We'll see, man. But it could be. That's so exciting, bro. It could be like, yup, this is why we call him the GOAT.
Yeah, like this and this is why like he's so great that this could be his classic. Like, who knows? He can still be getting better at this point.
So. Don't get tricked by that tweet, by the way. I saw a tweet that said Kendrick's album is probably going to be canceled. Just wait till anything's officially announced. Like, if it's not verified, don't do it, because I was on it.
I think you should stop believing everything you read on the internet. Yes, dude.
Yeah, definitely. I should. Oh, I fall into it. That's why. There was like 40,000 likes in that tweet that said that Kendrick's album was canceled.
Well, number one, that page has always been whack.
Yeah. But I'm saying, just be careful.
Number two,
just pay attention to the page. Yeah. Immediately go to the page. If you think it's some crazy news,
there'd be something more official if it was canceled.
Yeah.
But also, why would he cancel it? He would just push it.
Yeah. Maybe he just. Yeah. You know what? Fuck y'all. Y'all talking too much shit already.
Anyways, moving on to some movie news for the week before we get into our review of Future. Starting off with. Be careful on the internet because there are massive spoilers for Multiverse of Madness. The entire story leaked online. So if you do not want to know anything...
Entire story?
I guess the script or the storyline. I don't know what exactly, but just be wary when you're on Twitter and you're on the TikToks and everything. Like,
someone could just absolutely spoil some shit.
Yeah, so just be careful. It's hard because I'm literally on social media like all week. Yeah. So I just got to pay attention. If I see anything Doctor Strange-ish, I got to just fucking scroll.
I don't know, man. I'm not like, this Multiverse Madness is getting too mad for me. It's getting too mod. It's too crazy.
I don't know, bro. This might
It's
be
too
like,
multiversey for me, man.
No, what do you mean?
So much shit going on, man. They're fighting each other.
It's gonna
Doctor
be
Strange versus Doctor Strange. Which one is which? I don't know.
Come on, bro.
It's too
You're
confusing,
gonna be able to follow
man.
number one.
I'm not excited.
Bro.
I'm not excited.
They're bro.
I'm nervous, actually. I'm like
lobbing
I'm
it up for X-Men, Fantastic Four. Like, this is a perfect lob.
I'm hoping it happens.
Perfect
I just, I don't know.
This is what's gonna happen.
I'm not ecstatic about this one.
They're gonna be like, "Oh shit, multiverse! This shit's going crazy," and then like they're gonna go like, well, "Okay, we can close it, but we got to keep all these other universes in." So there's gonna be X-Men and Fantastic Four and all that shit.
No, it's gonna be cool. I just, I don't know. It's like a lot going on. A lot goes on. Doctor Strange. I don't know.
There was a poster with Spider-Man in it, so I'm very interested to see what if he's involved at all or what happens with this.
You think it's Tom Holland? Do you think it's a different Spider-Man?
It looked like Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but it kind of looked like Tobey's Spider-Man too. So I'm like, I don't know. But
yeah, I'm intrigued. There's a lot to go. I mean, it's called the Multiverse of Madness. So they got to have some kind of multiverse craziness going on.
Yeah, but that's what's gonna happen, bro. They're gonna be like, "Oh shit, the fucking multiverse is crazy. I'm fighting a bunch of different people," and then at the end of the movie, they're gonna be like, "We closed it, but now we have X-Men and Fantastic Four
and Sinister Six
and Michael B. Jordan is Black Panther."
Black Panther. Oh no, I don't know why. We'll see.
But moving on from that, a little bit of TV news. Topher Grace, Laura Prepon, Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, and Wilmer Valderrama will appear in that 90s show that is going to be...
Yeah, so I actually was going to talk to you about it. I just saw a picture that Kitty, the actress who played Kitty, she posted on her Twitter account. Yeah. And it was her and Red next to each other on a table, but like in the 90s.
Yeah. So like they're in the new show. I don't know what they're gonna be in the new show. Are they grandparents now, or
they're still gonna be the same people? What do you mean?
No, I'm saying it looks
like they're gonna be the same people in the same house.
Because it sounds like the old cast is just making appearances. They're not in the show.
Like, oh, okay.
I don't think this is a continuation.
The screenshot that I saw that again, the actress who played Kitty. What's her name? Do you know her name?
Kitty.
The actress who played Kitty. She is in the same house with Red. So. I'm assuming she's probably posting a screenshot of maybe her appearance. So maybe it's like a thing where they go to that. By the way, speaking of old shows that are remade, kind of, I watched a little bit. I haven't seen fully every episode. I think I've been pretty caught up. I'm only a couple episodes behind of How I Met Your Father. Right? Yeah, How I Met Your Father. A couple of things I really don't like about the show, but shout out to Hilary Duff. I think she's doing a great job.
Right.
I haven't seen her act in a while, and she's great. Josh Peck's in it, which is interesting that they're in a relationship at some point.
Okay.
It's interesting, and it's definitely not as good as How I Met Your Mother, but there's a part where they're like, "Oh, let's go."
Is it worth watching?
Huh?
Is it worth watching?
I mean, so there's a part where they go up. Spoiler alert, by the way, for How I Met Your Father fans out there. There's at the end of the first episode. I think I told you this. At the end of the first episode, they go and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's go to the guy's apartment." And they're like, "Okay, cool." So they're going to the guy's apartment, and then they walk in this hallway, and I'm like, "There's no fucking way." And they unlock the door, and it's fucking the old apartment.
Sick.
It's Ted and Marshall's and Lily's old apartment. So they live above McLaren's.
Yeah.
Still, but it's just a couple of the guys that they're friends with.
Right.
And then one of the guys owns a bar on a different part of the town, so that's where they usually kick it at. So they don't kick it in McLaren's all the time.
I mean, I guess you gotta. But then you gotta differentiate, right?
But like, then there's a part where Hilary Duff is like, "All right, I gotta go fucking see these guys." She sees something she doesn't like or some shit. I don't remember. And then she goes, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go down to the bar downstairs." And she goes down to the bar downstairs, and Robin Scherbatsky is fucking at the bar. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
That's lit, bro.
So like, I think it's maybe this is gonna be something like that where it's like. These other casts are gonna pop in every now and then, but it's kind of following another show. It's basically like the same universe, right. In the same town, obviously.
Yeah, New York City.
But
like other people would have lived in their apartment, and, you know?
Yeah, but just like obviously later in life. So it's really cool. It's just to me, it's like it's cool that they have that, but at the same time, it's really difficult to balance it because you want to still make a good show. And I feel like with How I Met Your Father, I haven't really got that same feeling and vibe that I've gotten from How I Met Your Mother. I was hooked immediately. Like I was like, this show is fucking good, bro.
But to be fair, and obviously, like it's based off something that's like your favorite thing of all time. It's
literally my favorite show of all time.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to live up to that, but we hopped into How I Met Your Mother. Or you definitely hopped into How I Met Your Mother. Like it was already in season 6, maybe.
Yeah,
7?
I watched like midway through, and then I went back to the beginning. Yeah. But still, like, if you go back and watch the first episode of How I Met Your Mother, you're like,
you could say that now, though.
Good
bro,
though.
I think.
No, bro, I'm telling you, go back and watch the first episode. You're like, this is fucking the shit. Like this show was made to be great, you know?
Yeah.
And I How much your mother wasn't built, how much your father hasn't been built like that yet. But shout out to that show. It's similar vibey, so maybe it's gonna be something like that with that 90s show.
This is a Netflix show. According to this, it is taking place in 1995, following Eric and Donna's daughter, Leia. Yeah, Leia, because he's fucking Star Wars fan. Leia Foreman, as she visits her grandparents for the summer. There, she'll bond with a new generation of Point Place kids.
Okay.
Under the watchful eye of Kitty and stern glare of Red.
Okay.
That's cool. I mean, it's funny because, like, there's always that... Every time we suggest something, it's like, well, just their kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, then it happens and you go,
that's kind of cheating. I just think it's tough though. It's always tough to reboot these shows because it's like, what's the route you're gonna take? Like I said, like obviously with How I Met Your Father, it's like completely different route of it's a different friend group. Now they are somehow connected because again it's New York City. It's just a future. There's still going to be connected to the old show, but it's like its own show. But this one, it's like you're still in the family, so it makes sense when you see Eric and Donna pop up pretty often. When you see probably Kelso and Fez and them like pop up pretty often, like it's kind of going to be a thing where it's like, oh, yeah, it makes sense, because they're in the same world. So it's like. It's up and down. It's like if I'm interested for sure to watch it, but it's not gonna be as good.
I feel better with this one than I do with How Much Your Father.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's cool. I'm interested for sure. Yeah. I was never that big of a That 70s Show fan. That 70s Show to me was a show that I've only watched like if it's on, I'm like it's fucking hilarious. I love the show. It's a great show. Mm-hmm. I just don't sit and watch it from the beginning to the end. Yeah,
I've never seen it from beginning to end.
I just watched a few random episodes.
I know, like, generally the storylines. I know who gets with who. Like, I know all that stuff, but I have not seen it from episode 1 to
debatably best scene. I know I haven't watched every episode from beginning to end. Debatably best scene ever is that one scene where Eric is like they find panties in Eric's car. And they're like Eric, his panties, and then like the mom comes in, Donna, no, those are mine. Eric,
he's like, you're
a god. That shit's so funny. A god. I got bowing to him. That shit's so funny.
Yeah, but
I'm excited to see Ashton Kutcher.
But this is cool because I think, I'll be able to. It'd be interesting to see where the characters are. They're obviously popping in maybe a couple episodes, and do
you think they even mention? What's his name?
Matherson. I think Scott Matherson or something like that. I don't think so. Maybe.
Or like a kill-off situation, like he passed away.
Maybe. Or just don't even say, why even say
anything?
Yeah, just kind of move on from it.
Yeah. Because I used to watch The Ranch. Loved that show, by the way. Shout out to Ashton Kutcher. I thought that was a really good show that he wrote.
If you guys don't know.
Ashton Kutcher was in a show. He produced a show with...
I think it's Scott Matherson. I know Matherson is his last name. But
yeah, basically the guy from That 70s Show. But obviously, if you guys don't know, the controversies, he kind of was involved in
some sexual
misconduct. There was rape allegations. I believe he was convicted, actually, of rape, if I'm not mistaken. Don't want to put that out there if it's not true, but I think that's what happened.
Allegedly.
So either way, he got in trouble, and so they had to cut him off the show, obviously, and they literally killed him off, like the show.
Yeah.
That was a really good show, though. Shout out to The Ranch. That was a good show. But I'm excited to see Ashton Kutcher back on there, Mila Kunis.
Yeah. I would definitely check it out. It's on Netflix. Easy. It's accessible. I got it. I'll watch from episode.
Did I ever tell you that I met a girl who dead ass looked like Donna from That 70s Show? She was Russian, and sometimes I think it was just her with a Russian accent, and she was fucking with me.
No, but I mean, she was your age, or you thought?
I know this girl was just charging her phone. I was at work. I had to go to an event. And it was at the Hollywood Bowl, so it was dumb for me to go. It was like we're babysitting like 50-year-old people. Like, obviously, I was a 19-year-old kid. I'm babysitting 50-year-old people. That makes sense, right? But I was basically, that's what my job. I was at the concert just making sure, basically, everyone gets on the bus. That's my job.
Yeah.
So I'm like watching the show, but I'm like, my phone's dying. I'm just going to go and charge my phone. So I go to the charging station, and Donna is just standing there charging her phone, bro. She's just charging her phone. And she's like, nice to meet you. It's her, bro. It was her with a Russian accent. Because I gave her my Instagram. And she's like, what's your Instagram? What's your Instagram or whatever. I can't do a Russian accent. And I was like, here it is. And she never followed me. It was Donna. She was fucking with me. Telling you, bro.
I mean, your story is like a little bit legitimate because you were at the Hollywood Bowl.
But I get what you're saying. She was younger. I don't think she was.
That's what I'm saying.
I was 19. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. I would have been able to tell she was older.
You just assumed, bro. You just assumed.
Nah, it was Donna, bro. Shout out to Donna.
But anyways, moving on from that, lastly for movie news, there are 4 Avatar sequels incoming. We got some titles for the next one. Is Avatar 2, The Way of the Water, Avatar 3, The Seed Bearer, Avatar 4, The Tolkien Writer, and Avatar 5, The Quest for Awa.
It's pretty sad that they don't understand that we don't fuck with that movie that much.
Okay, look. But I feel like people didn't fuck with that movie when it came out.
But it was made billions and billions of dollars.
But because it was like...
It broke a record, no?
I just want my point that, it was like the biggest movie of all time.
At the time.
And this is my point, is that I didn't really fuck with that movie, but I was hyped to go see it.
It was good. It was a good movie.
Right. No, it was good. It was good. And then
Was it good though? I haven't seen it in 17 years.
It's a pretty decent movie. It's not
I haven't seen it since 2012. I don't think.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since it came out, probably.
2012, right? It came out like 2012-ish.
Yeah.
So it's literally been 10 years. I don't know if the world fucks with Avatar that much to want this 4 more
They're
movies.
assuming because it made $1 billion or whatever, you know.
I'm excited though. I mean, better animations.
This is my point. This is my point that I'm making. I was like, Avatar 2, what the fuck? This is stupid. They're talking about like, the underwater technology and all this shit. And I'm like, fuck, I kind of want to fucking see this movie.
Of course, we're going to watch it. I mean, come on.
But I'm saying, like, I want to watch it.
Oh, okay,
Because, like, they're talking about it, I'm like, fuck, that sounds interesting as fuck. Like,
Yeah,
I
and
want to see
Christopher
that.
Nolan?
James Cameron.
James Cameron?
But in the first one, it was like, the 3D technology. This is the new fucking crazy technology. It's going to be crazy.
And it was crazy.
It was crazy.
For the time.
And they're talking about this water shit, and I'm like, fuck, I mean, think about it, bro.
They were like big ass blue people, and they had these fucking tentacles, and it was like
it was pretty lit
for the time, you know. Like so, like you said, maybe they're.
I was reading the story, and I'm like, fuck, I kind of really want to see.
Yeah, maybe James Cameron is making these really high technological advances.
Obviously, if you guys don't know, James Cameron, one of the biggest directors of all time, Titanic, Avatar, fucking like his movies sell. Mm-hmm. So maybe he just fucking has the juice, bro.
Yeah.
Like maybe he just like, I just fucking make bangers. And
or maybe this is the downfall.
This is the
you made a mistake, buddy.
I mean, who knows though, bro?
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. I'm gonna watch. Obviously, we're gonna watch. I think a lot of people are gonna watch on the simple fact of like, dude, we haven't seen Avatar in 10 fucking years. Right. I'm down to watch it. I just don't know how good it's gonna be. 4, like you can't sign me up for 3 more movies already. Like it just makes me a little bit nervous.
That's my biggest problem is like.
You've already committed to 3 more movies, and it's like, bro, what if I don't like this one?
Right. Yeah.
So
because they've been like supposedly filming it like back to back or whatever, like at the same time. So I don't know, who knows? But that does it for movie news. If I missed anything, let me know down below in the comments or on Twitter, media_mixtape. Mm-hmm. We will be talking about Doctor Strange next week as well. Hopefully some other movies. So definitely
maybe some other movies. Obviously the albums we're gonna try to get to as well. Jack Harlow. Jake will probably put Jack Harlow's on the back burner, but Kendrick will drop, and we'll definitely talk about that one as well. So a big episode next week. Come back next week, and we'll talk.
It's gonna be tough because you might have to like play one or the other. So maybe we do half and half. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe I do one album, you do one album. Yeah. I do one movie, you do one movie, and go from there.
I might do that way. So
we'll definitely both watch Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is the main point of next week's episode. So definitely check out for that. So moving into future, I was about to say Kendrick Lamar. Moving into Future's "I Never Liked You" 2022 rap album. I want to say first of all, I love that Apple Music has the animated covers. Super lit.
Apple Music is better.
So if you guys haven't seen it, if you guys haven't seen it, it's Future. He's in a car. He's got the covers over his eyes, and there's like flashes, cameras. You know, like
I will say this. I'm gonna shout to Spotify on this fact though. Transitions on Spotify
just don't listen to music
incredible, bro.
But that's the thing. I don't pay for it.
I'll be in the car with homie, and like he's playing some stuff, and like it goes from one song to the other. I go, are you a DJ? Like that's hard, bro.
No, I've seen those like
the transitions are
on
fire.
Twitter and stuff. But you have to pay for it, right?
I think you can listen to music on Spotify for free.
No, you can, but I'm saying you have to pay for it to have that.
I don't know. Maybe.
They get to pay for that.
I think you can listen to some music on Spotify for free.
My problem is like.
But I mean, bro, you have to pay for Apple Music. I mean,
no, okay, but
same price.
This is my thing.
You get the bundle. Get some Hulu with it. Get some ESPN Plus with it, and that's all. You got Spotify too.
This is my problem with Spotify. Why I don't use it. Number one, I'm not gonna pay for 2 streaming services. I'm only paying for one, and it's Apple Music.
It's just like this is the thing. This is the thing about Apple Music. The truth. I'm just committed to Apple at this point. I mean, it's just like and it's not that I love Apple for everything they do. It's just like I have an Apple Watch, bro. Yeah. I have a MacBook. I have an iPhone.
Yeah.
I have AirPods. Like, bro, just let me get Apple Music. I'm just gonna use Apple Music. It's just what
That's
it is.
what I'm saying, and that's my biggest thing.
It makes the most sense.
The ecosystem to have Apple Music is just way easier when you have iPhone. Like, and Spotify can be kind of glitchy sometimes when you have it on the iPhone. So, and on top of that, I don't use Spotify because you can't skip, or you can't like shuffle, or you have to shuffle. You can't play it in order or some shit like that. Like,
I don't think that's true.
There's like when you go to a playlist. I think
Jake just doesn't know. No,
when you go to a playlist,
because I think you
have to hit shuffle. You can't pick a song.
I think you're in the same exact boat as me. I think we both never use Spotify in our lives.
Yeah,
and we just always have music is better. Because people have talked to me about Spotify, and I think it's fine. Like, it's cool. That's my thing. Just don't shit on that. Anyways, whatever. Shout out to Spotify for that transition.
Shout out to Spotify, but we're gonna be Apple Music for the rest of our lives.
Probably. Sorry. But yeah, man, shout out to Future, man, for dropping this. I love the cover. Aside from the animated cover, which is pretty cool as well.
Yeah, just the regular cover's cool.
Just him sitting there laying down with the sleep mask over his face. I think it's cool. He looks fresh. It's interesting, like he's just in the backseat of a car, like sleeping. I mean, I don't know what possessed him to think that that's a hard ass picture, but it ended up being a hard ass picture. And I like it. I like the cover.
I agree. I agree for sure. Getting into the music of it, I felt like because Future for a while had a run of like, oh, it's been 2 months. Here's another mixtape, And I feel like we haven't heard from him in a while.
I feel like that's true.
I may be wrong though. I like, let us know if he drops something.
He drops a bunch of stuff. Like, Future's an artist who always gives us music.
I know, but I'm saying, did he drop anything last year? I don't know if he
dropped mixtapes and projects, but he's always making music, and he's a beast. I just think it's interesting because people talk about Future like he's like top 10 rapper of all time.
Of all time, yeah.
And I think he's a top 10, maybe hip hop artist, generally speaking,
but no,
of our generation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you
top 10 of all time.
Shrink that list a little bit.
Like, top 10 of our generation. That's not a question.
Top 10 of the 2010s.
Oh, I mean, he's top 5, top
Absolutely.
2010s.
Of
all time, though,
of all time.
Because Future's good. Like, he's good. He makes good music, but like, is he spitting bars? Like, he's a mumble rap god. He's the creator of mumble rap.
This is what I was gonna say.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I was gonna say. I played the first song and I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe it is refreshing to have Future back in 2022. Like, okay, all right, Future. And then like, I'm halfway through this album, and what I will say to start off, like, the positive is that the features are good.
Yeah.
I like the features a lot.
Yeah, we'll talk about them right now.
But I'm like, all right, Future, you had a stranglehold on like 2016, 2015. You had a stranglehold.
Yeah.
You were arguably the hottest artist in the game. We gotta stop. We gotta stop with the albums. Just be on features.
I mean, he's an artist that is, again, it's tough to go a full album of Future, and that's just my opinion. I know there's some Future fans out there who heavily disagree. They love that.
I don't know. I saw some tweets of like, yo, this Future album was whack.
Yeah, I saw a couple too, but I think with this one, it's interesting. I just don't agree with you guys ever, huh? I don't agree with anybody, apparently. Some people were saying that it was whack. I won't say a lot. And I was like, I like it. I like the first half. Like, at least the first half. And because to me, it's like back to back to back tracks of like, bro, I can bump this. That's what Future is, bro. Like, lower the music down,
but this is what I'm saying.
Drive in a car and bump this shit.
This is my point. Take away this entire album. You can go bump other Future and be like, this suffices as bumpable Future music.
Yeah, for sure.
This is not like,
he could have dropped all these as singles and it would have been fine.
Straight up, like, these could just be remakes of other songs that he's done already, and I'm like, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get you. Future doesn't bring anything new, crazy to the table. But I think, look, I was listening to this and like 7:12 p.m. I was like, that's pretty hard. I was bumping it. I feel good. Great start to the album. I'm that N-word. I was like, bobbing my head to it. I was like, yup.
Yeah.
This is fire. Keep It Burning.
Great
Shout
feature.
out to Kanye West,
great
man.
Feature
Great Future. He was saying some crazy shit, by the way. I don't know if you listen to his fucking lyrics, but
I haven't paid attention too closely.
I didn't pay attention to that much either, but then he was like, I'll buy your house. I'll buy the house next to you if I miss you. Straight up by Kim.
Stalker.
And then it's stalker shit next about Kim. And then he also said, I want my wife beside me when I run for 24. So basically saying like I want Kim and I are going to be back together when I run for president in 2024.
Right.
So a couple crazy lines for sure. But I thought the verse was really, really good from Kanye.
No, it was great.
The hook was great.
And this is where I was
City on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, no, like Bethlehem. That's just hard, bro.
It goes hard, so that's right. This is where I was like, okay.
City on fire.
Maybe we needed
some shit that, like, And Future doesn't really like with Kanye. Like what? That's kind of to me it was interesting
because you never really heard them together.
You probably have, but not on the top of my head that I can't remember a song right now.
Yeah, it had to be like I don't know.
Back in the day, probably early, mid 2010s.
So great feature from
great feature.
And
I was really hype on that one for Nut. I mean, I don't know what he's. I mean, I do know what he's talking about, but it's just kind of like a funny track. But I think Gunna did good, wasn't it? Who else is on this song? Young Thug, right?
Yeah.
I don't have any complaints. Gunna, Young Thug. I don't. But Jake, it's not Jake's vibe. But
that's the thing. I don't have any complaints.
I thought it was hard.
Yeah, but Future's been the same Future for the past 6 years.
I get you. But this is what I'm saying, though. Like, so I think it was a lot of the same, right? These first few tracks. Interesting. He switched it up a little bit, right? Kanye West, interesting feature. Didn't expect it. The vibe was different, interesting, and it was a good song. I like that track. So that's a little bit different, but he pretty much goes old Future, but like new vibe-ish a little bit. The first couple tracks goes to Kanye, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
For a Nut with Gunna Young Thug, same Future, but it's still fire to me. Still bumpable. Puffin' on Zooties, I don't give a fuck what you say. That's a fire ass track too. Myself, I bump that shit. I know these songs kind of that's the thing. Jake is saying, we talk about this all the time with Future. Our artists like Future. It's like kind of samey, right? Future has a very specific vibe that he kind of gets into, and hard.
It's hard, but again, it's the same shit.
It's like Future.
Same Future.
It's like Future, yeah. It's Future stuff. But it's good. Give the fans what they want, man. They want some more Future. You got them some more Future. I like it. And then he goes into Gold Sacks, it was whatever's, and then goes into Wait For You. But see, and that's a vibe that I don't really hear Future on that much.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Why is that song so great? Not just because Drake is on it, but because this isn't a Future song featuring two artists. This is Future, kind of a feature, being a feature basically. Drake and Thames doing the hook. Mm-hmm. Like Future's a feature on this.
Yeah.
Technically, he has one verse. Thames, if anything, is a more Thames song than anything.
Mm-hmm. It's like a Thames vibe. Yeah, I could have had a Thames feature on Thames verse on here.
And this is where I'm like, just kind of stick to that, bro. Like, even if you do shorter albums, do like an 8-track album and just have all features where you just have one verse on there. I think that would, like, people would look at that and be like, yo, this was a fucking fantastic album.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Future, because
he's able to hop on
one song where it's just Future alone is tough for me to listen to all the way through. Like,
he's able to hop on other vibes, like a Thames vibe, and be like, that was a great feature from Future. Mm-hmm. And Drake and Thames did their thing, and like, it's a good song overall. Yeah. It's probably the best song on the album. Because there's not like Future's there for one verse. Now,
I get what you're saying.
I don't know. Fans are like, no, fuck that. He should have been more.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just don't want to disrespect Future because I think he's good. I do hear what you're saying though. It's like
disrespect him, bro.
I get what you're saying. He's just a lot of Future could be a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the same vibe. He's kind of saying some of the same things, right? But Wait For You, featuring Drake and Thames, I mean, that's an incredible song. Like Jake said, I think arguably the best song on the album.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
I think it's arguably. I think it's the best.
That's what it is to me. Is like get into more different vibes like this. The Kanye one, like so far with the first 7 tracks, although 7:12 p.m., I'm That N-Word, For a Nut, Puffin' on Zooties, I like every single one of those songs.
They're all cool.
The best songs on the first 7 tracks are Wait For You, which is a complete different vibe from what I'm used to with Future, and Keeping It Burning, which isn't a complete different vibe, but pretty different enough with a Kanye feature for me to go, oh, like my ears perked up. Like,
because
wow,
he let Kanye do his thing on there.
Yeah, this is different. This is interesting. Wait For You comes on, Drake fucking kills it, but Thames, man, like... There's that part where Drake's singing and Thames is hitting it. And I'm just like, oh my God. I wanted to tweet it so bad multiple times. I just did it.
SpongeBob meme.
I mean, this is beautiful, bro. Yeah. Like, that's the only way to describe it. It's beautiful. I'm listening to it. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yep. We need more Thames and Drake
Thames,
for sure.
Man, for sure. But Future did his thing on that song too. That's a good song. And then pretty much from 8, 9, 10, shout out to Jack Harlow, by the way. And shout out to ESTG himself. ESTG put in work, and he obviously is a good rapper on his own, and other artists want to work with him now. But shout out to Jack. They're both Kentucky rappers. Jack hopped on a couple tracks with ESTG because he's a Kentucky rapper, and now ESTG is getting some play somewhere else. I thought he had a solid verse on Chickens. It's just Future. What the fuck is Chickens? That's the verse. That's a hook, bro. Yeah. That's a hook. That's what we're talking about right now. I don't even know how it goes, actually. That's probably not even how it sounds. But he basically just says Chickens a bunch of times for the hook. That's a little bit annoying, but shout out to ESG. I think he had a good verse in that track. But then, it's like what kind of okay songs. It's all Future tracks from there on. Voodoo with Kodak Black was interesting. I thought shout out to Kodak Black. It's just kind of a deep song. He sounded good.
Kodak
singing
did
with
auto-tune. Kodak did Kodak.
I thought it was good.
All the features, like, they did their thing.
Yeah.
Kodak was cool. And not a song I'm gonna go back to, but I just don't love. I don't love Kodak. We get another Drake feature on here.
Yeah,
which is, everybody was talking about this, and I'm like, I think it's cool. I don't think it's like fucking.
So I was the same way. Like I was like, all right, it was cool. Because when I first heard the snippet, I heard the snippet on TikTok. I was like, I gotta go check that song. I didn't know Drake was on here twice.
Right.
Right hand, right knee, left hand, left knee. Oh man, that shit's hard, bro.
It's good.
I saw a TikTok. I went back to the track and I was like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be better. I've been bumping it the last few days. That shit's so hard, bro. I'm sorry. That shit is so fucking hard.
No, I think it's good.
Like, if you listen to Drake's verse, because at first I was like, Drake's not really like, he's rhyming, but it's like a weird rhyme. Like, take her out to Paris, fuck her on that Ferris wheel. And I was like, well, okay, that kind of rhymes there, but not really.
Yeah.
But if you keep listening to it, bro, 4 or 5 listens in, that shit is so fucking hard, bro.
No,
All
it
about my
goes.
goals like Ovechkin. Come on, bro.
No, it goes. Obviously, Drake is a good artist, bro. Like, he's my favorite.
Future did his thing too on that song.
No,
That's
I know.
a good
I
song.
think it's a good song. I just think people are talking about it like, yo,
That might be the best song.
Fucking no.
That might be the best song.
No, it's the one with
It's
Temp,
arguably
bro.
that one. Oh no, but it's we're talking about getting hype, pre-party, pre-club.
No, you can't put stipulations on it. I'm just talking about the best song on here.
Yes, the other one.
Bro.
Wait for You is better.
When Thames and Drake
yes, it's the
harmonize.
Best part. It's the best song.
It's the best song.
I would put Kanye's in there though.
No, for sure.
I would put Kanye's in the argument of best song on the album.
I'll say it's
City
arguable.
on fire, come on.
I'll say it's arguable,
City on
but
fire.
it's the Drake and Temp.
I don't know. It's a great song, but the Kanye's in the argument. The one with Drake is in the argument in the middle. But if you're talking about pre-club, at the club, about to go out, about to get drunk, go ham, that song with Drake and Future at the end, which is called I'm on One, hard. So I would say, like, look, there's about 5 to 6 tracks I could have cut out of here, and I would have thought it was an absolute fantastic album. Yeah, and honestly, the last track, Back to Basics, was cool, but
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I said earlier, and that's what I said. Give me an 8-track album where Future has 1 or maybe 2 verses on a song, and it's featuring somebody, maybe somebody R&B on the hook or something. But get into different vibes. Let these star artists do what they do, and you'll have a great album. And people will go, damn, Future had one of the best albums.
And it has nothing to do with us saying like Future's incapable of making good music. No, he obviously makes great music all the time. People love listening to Future all the time.
Right.
But it's that too much of Future to me can get kind of old.
Same.
It's a little samey.
Yeah.
So like his vibe of him saying the same stuff, kind of flexing on everybody and stuff, like it's cool, but over time, after 15 tracks, it gets a little bit tired. So like to me, I would have had 7:12 p.m. I'm That N-Word, Keeping It Burning, For a Nut with Gunna, Young Thug, Puffing on Zooties, Wait for You, and then if you want to throw Chickens and Voodoo in there because they had good features, fine. And then I'm on One with Drake. That's 9 tracks.
Yeah.
9 tracks, and I would have said 10 out of 10 album.
Yeah.
This album's incredible.
Right.
I would have said Chickens, and I still would have criticized Chickens. I still would have criticized, not criticized Voodoo, but I was like, yeah, Voodoo's cool. I'm not going to go back to it, but it's a cool song.
Right.
But I still would have said 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 album from Future. Now, because he has these other tracks that I think I can kind of skip and throw away and toss away, I'm a little bit lower on it. So, talking about scores and stuff, we'll talk about some of the tracks we liked. I think Future did his thing on here. I thought that was a pretty good album. I've been bumping it the last few days, and I haven't been having a problem bumping it. Haven't been annoyed or tired or really thought of it as homework recently bumping it. So I'm going to say it's a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me.
That's fucking
how
high,
good the album is. Maybe
Jesus
7. I'll go 7.
That's
I'll
high.
go 7. I'll go 7 because I like it. I like the album, man. I can't hate on it. I like it.
I'm going to go 5. I think
Okay.
it's a 5 out of 10. I think it's super mid.
7. 7's a mid score. See.
The features, 7 is not a mid, bro. 7 is high.
7's like a C.
But that's like, no, I'm talking 5 out of 10.
It's a good album, bro. I think it's a good album.
Pretty average
But this is
album.
where I just don't agree with a lot of people. Like a lot of Future fans are like, some Future fans are like, they don't like it. I know some do love it, but
Right.
I just like, how do I'm always off. I'm always off base.
Yeah.
People go, oh, here's a Future album. I go, I could bump it. It's pretty good. And they go, nah, bro, that shit was weak. And I'm like, I don't know what y'all want.
Yeah, 5 out of 10 for me. I think the Drake songs and the Kanye songs save it. Those are that's why I got a 5.
Okay.
I just couldn't, bro. Like after after 7, 8 songs, I'm like, all right, bro, I fucking get it, dog. Like I get it.
I said 9 tracks on here are good. So like, it's a lot of tracks, you know? Or you know, I think would have made it a 9 out of 10. That's why my score is pretty high. I'll say 7 out of 10 how good the album is. Maybe I'll tone it down to 6.5 because I think I'm thinking like of how much I like it personally. Sorry for my little.
No, but that's your ranking. Leave it at a 7.
No,
I don't want to bully you.
I'm gonna go down. You're bullying me into a 6.5. I'm gonna say 6.5 because I'll say 7 out of 10 for re-listenability. I really like this album. And that's where my score. But so how good the album is, I'll take it down a notch, 6.5. It's still pretty good to me. Yeah. I think a majority of this album is good. That's why I'm on the other side, the opposite side of 5. Yeah. 6.5. Jake always bullies me into fucking changing my score.
Bro, I don't know why.
6.5 out of 10. No, that's my fucking score, right? 6.5 out of 10. But I think 7 out of 10 of re-listenability because if you guys don't know what that is, never heard that before. Re-listenability is how often are we personally gonna re-listen to this album. I've been bumping it. I went to a party last night. I bumped I'm on one. I was fucking right hand, right knee myself, fucking listening to this shit. Twerking on my girlfriend at a party last night. So 7 out of 10 for me. I'm gonna bump those tracks heavily. The one with Thames and Drake, I'm gonna bump a lot. The one with Kanye, I'm gonna bump a lot. And the first 4 or 5 tracks from Future himself, I'm gonna bump a lot. So with that being said, 7 out of 10 for me on re-listenability. How often are you going to re-listen to this album, Jake?
So it's a 5 out of 10 for me as far as how good it is. It is a 3 out of 10 as far as re-listenability. You're
not going to bump the fucking right.
I'm going to bump the Kanye one.
If I see an Instagram post and you quote Drake saying on your goals like Ovechkin,
bro, I'm telling you, it's a bullshit. 3 out of 10. I'm going to listen to the Kanye song.
3 tracks.
I'm going to listen to the Drake and
10 songs on here. So it's like, that's not a good number. You know? It's 16 songs. I'm saying
3 out of 10 because I'm listening to 3 songs, bro.
Okay.
So that is going to do it for our review of Future's I Never Liked You album. Let us know what you guys thought of the album down below. If you're a Future fan, let us know. If we're off base, if Josh is off base.
If you're a Future fan, I want to know how you feel about this because...
Is this a 10 out of 10 album from Future?
And I just want to know how you feel about Future because like some people come out and say like Future's the best rapper in the game right now.
Best
and
of
I'm
all
like,
time.
I just don't know.
You can't seriously.
What are we talking about? No, just what are we talking about? Like, what are we like? What is your? Is it how like your favorite artist right now? Is that why you say best rapper? Because like we talk about rapper, it's a different story. You know, I think Future's.
No, I mean anything, bro. Artist. He's not in the top 10.
I think you say he's a top 10 artist right now in the game, in the game right now. Like
not
who's
right
in the game.
I would say the 2010s. He's top 5.
Like right now at the moment, you know.
No, he's
like we have the
top
Drakes, we have the Kanyes, but like they're
he's
both
not top 10 right now.
Okay, but think about like Drake and Kanye are out there, right?
Yeah.
And they both gave us like 7 out of 10 albums, roughly.
No, but look, okay. I'm just look. Drake, Kanye, Cole,
but even
Kendrick.
then,
listen.
Kanye has not been in his game lately, though.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying he's still top 10 though.
Yeah, fine.
Drake, Kanye,
okay,
J. Cole, Kendrick. That's 4 people already.
Okay,
that's 4 people taking on the spot.
Nah, I need some more names.
Okay,
because some people out there are gonna say NBA YoungBoy, even though I disagree.
I don't think
he's there and he makes music and people listen. So fine, NBA YoungBoy, I guess.
What hip hop artist?
Is Future? Yeah, hip hop. Is Future up there?
Like, do you put the Weeknd
Future,
in there?
I'm sorry. Is
put the Weeknd in
Young
there?
Thug up there right now at this moment in time?
I'm saying Weeknd.
The Weeknd. I'm talking hip hop artist, bro.
I'm saying, but does he count as hip hop artist?
He doesn't count. Hip hop artist. Future's in the top 10.
All right, yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean? Like right now, what's happening right now? He drops, people listen, and like I don't think there's not many guys out there right now that are top 10.
True.
Like guys are good. There's Jack Harlow's out there. He's good.
Right.
People listen.
As far as popularity, yeah, Jack would be in the top 10 right now. As far as
Roddy Ricch before his last album or before his recent project, whatever. Supposedly he was bad.
Nas X.
Nas X is out there, but you know what I'm saying? Like Future's are gonna obviously top 10. If you're talking about those names now.
Sure.
If we're starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel and look at those names now, so Future's in the top 10 still, like of artists now. But like, what are we talking about when we say best rapper? We say YoungBoy's up there and NLE Choppa and like all these guys. I'm like, those guys are good rap. Like they make good music and stuff, but like, I don't know if they're best rappers. Like Future is in that same boat where it's like they're very different, obviously, from like NBA YoungBoy.
It's just the next generation trying to like.
Push their guys,
and which is cool. Obviously, you like your music, and like it's your generation, so you push that. But when we're talking about like rappers of all time, there's not really that many that go into the list now.
Of recent guys, yeah, it's tough. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Like Drake's not top 10 rapper of all time. No. Kanye's not top 10 rapper of all time.
Hip hop artist of all time. Sure.
Yeah. Right now, how many guys are in the game right now that are top 10 rappers? Kendrick and J. Cole, and even then, we're up for debate with those guys now.
Where would Kanye be top 10 artists of all time? Just artists.
Top 25. And I think he might be higher than Drake.
I'm not going to argue that.
Because I used to say Drake was obviously going to be higher than Kanye. But I recently, after his documentary came out and like I went back to his old music, I'm like, I don't know, dog. Like Kanye has way too much iconic.
But he has
stuff.
iconic hip hop stuff. Does that translate to
No,
artists?
yeah, it doesn't matter. Artistry in general, right? Like you talk to anybody out there, they're gonna know what Jesus
I think Kanye's
Walks
always
is.
had fans, but like I feel like his fans have blown up as of recently.
Nah, Kanye's always been huge. And also, like, it's like, what are we talking about? We're just talking about popularity alone.
No,
Yeah.
just yeah.
Because Kanye, I think, this is hits wise, bro. It's better than Drake.
What do you mean?
This is better than Drake has hits, but like Kanye just has better hits.
I got more slaps than the Beatles,
hits.
dog. He fucking broke records.
Yeah,
man.
but I think Kanye has more iconic hits. I'm a Drake fan, bro.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Like we talked about this so many times.
Iconic. Like,
I'm talking about like
moments in hip hop.
Runaway.
Yeah.
Runaway. Runaway.
What's the song? Teaser and Bleezer.
I'm talking about Runaway. I'm talking about You Get Money
Yeah.
When I'm in deep. Jesus Walks.
Slow Jam. Jesus Walks. Yeah, he has like.
I mean, iconic. Drake has hits, of course.
Boom.
But are they? Does Drake have that many iconic moments compared to Kanye?
I would say yes.
Drake's an icon.
But I think
But
there's levels of iconicism.
Right? Like the motto was an iconic moment for Drake, but it wasn't super iconic. You know what I mean?
I would say, and you're gonna argue with this, but Best I Ever Had is an iconic moment.
Best I ever had, iconic moment. Yes. But it's just
people
different.
hate on it because it was played everywhere. Hotline Bling was
because
an
this is the thing,
moment.
Drake, and it's obviously because
Hotline
who came
Bling
first.
dominated the internet for like
But
months.
it's a who came first thing, right? But like Kanye,
You're talking about iconic, just straight up.
because I'm talking about like
There's just
worldwide iconic shit. Like Drake had iconic moments in hip hop, but Kanye had iconic moments in the world. I feel like, man.
Yeah.
And Drake's iconic moments are like nothing. It was new. It was what Drake brought. It was his own
it's just
vibe.
different levels. Different levels.
But it was different levels. So yeah,
it's different
Drake is
level
there,
of
and then
iconic.
Kanye was a different level of iconic stuff.
I agree,
Everything
I
he did.
I don't
Like,
disagree with you. I'm just saying.
slow jams and everything, man.
Yeah, but fucking Drake had Degrassi, bro.
What's it called? Jesus Walks. But like, what's that one song off the next 808 Heartbreaks?
Heartless, how could you be
So heartless. How could you
Yeah.
be so Dr. Evil? You're bringing out a son of me.
I don't know, but I'm saying there's different levels.
Like, that's just a different level
like
from
Marvin's Room?
Marvin's Room, though. It's a different level.
Is it though?
It's hard to compare, too.
It's just a different vibe. That's why.
It's hard to compare because it's a different vibe, but it's also a different level.
I don't know, we got fucking it's a Drake
Different
Kanye.
level. But shout out to all the rappers out there nowadays. I just don't know. I'm just curious, like with the future fans out there, how do you really look at him? Because I don't know. Twitter trolls, it's hard.
I'll give you
to
top
tell.
10 of the 2010s. That's what I give you. There's a debate for right now.
I'm just saying, like, what is it that you feel about Future that makes you like, if he's your favorite artist, right? For example, like
to say that he's
we've
a-
seen Lonzo Ball, like a basketball player who said like Future's his favorite artist, and it's like, damn, your favorite?
yeah.
How do you listen to this much
him
Future? What, like,
nonstop,
do you
yeah.
just listen to him all day, every day?
Right.
And like, how does that feel?
What do you get out of this?
I like Future, but I can't listen to him all day, every
No
day.
way.
That's just a
There's
personal
no
preference thing, I guess.
I can listen to Drake all day, every day.
Because he has different vibes,
Right.
and he can sing and dance,
Yeah,
he can rap, and it makes sense that you could listen to like Drake, Kanye, Cole, Kendrick. Like you listen to those guys all day, every day. I mean, if those are your favorite artists, it's cool. And it's not because they're the most popular. I just think that makes sense to me.
Right.
Jay-Z
Future doesn't make sense.
even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like damn, Future's your favorite?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And how do you go like, yo, like
all day, every day?
DS2 was his best album. I'm like, how do you differentiate? They're all the
sound
same.
very similar. Yeah. So what is it, Future fans, that make you love Future? And we want to learn. We want to know why. Like,
Let us know.
honestly.
Let us know down below or on Twitter, media_mixtape. If you want to follow us directly, I'm OBJack, OBEEJAC. You can follow Josh
At Josh__G, 2 H and 2 E's. If that's too confusing for you guys, can follow me right here. It's on the screen right here on YouTube, or link it in the description wherever you're watching or listening.
Yes, make sure to subscribe for next week. We're talking Doctor Strange. We're talking Jack Harlow. We're talking Kendrick Lamar. So definitely subscribe. It's going to be a jam-packed episode. Look forward to that one. That is going to do it for this week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will talk to you guys next week.
Peace.